What can I say about Anthem Demo that hasn't been said already? Not much, really. Anthem is what it is, and what it is so far is a mixed bag full of good and bad.
Okay, freelancer, let's see what trouble we can get into today.
All right, let me know.
First, I want to be clear. I did not pre-order Anthem in order to get into this demo. I seen the demo on Xbox Marketplace on Thursday night, so I downloaded it. I tried to jump on, but it gave me a message saying it was too soon. On Friday, I started to see VIPs put their impression videos online, and Twitchers started to Twitch. Cool, but I went on with my life. The general reception was that Anthem was a buggy mess, and EA was having a bunch of server issues. I figured since they're having server issues, there might be a chance I could log on. Maybe, just maybe. So I tried, and sure enough, it worked. So here I am, a week early. The reason I tell you this is so that you know that I have no stake in whether the game sells well or doesn't. I didn't pre-order it. And I care not about the servers being full when the demo first launched. I didn't pay for this demo. Instead, I'm going to focus on what I liked and what I didn't like about the game, and whether based on the demo, would I buy it. When I released my first video on Anthem, I thought it looked dull. One of my main concerns about Anthem was that it seemed to me that there's nothing to the environments, and that we would most likely fly through it all, only to stop at strong points and bosses, ignoring the rest, kinda like what happens in Destiny. Based on the demo, it seems that this is the case. You'll start a mission from a certain point on the map, then you'll fly to checkpoint A, B, C, etc. until you reach the end boss of the mission. You collect your loot and do it again. We've come to be familiar with this type of formula. It's what you get in games like Destiny. That structure was cool for its time, but for me, it gets old quick. But what doesn't get old in Anthem is flying, and flying is where this game truly shines. When EA's first preview of Anthem was released, the devs showed footage of a javelin jumping off a cliff, flying through a canyon, then diving into water, transitioning flawlessly. And there was oohs and ahs by the audience. But we thought there'd be no way we'll be able to do that, and if we did, it wouldn't look as good. Well, you can do it, and it does look that good. Not only does it look good, flying feels good. I almost don't mind flying through the whole map to get to the boss point. But any javelin can fly from point A to point B. The best javelins utilize it on the battlefield too. Floating above certain enemies can give you an upper hand, but it can also make you a target for snipers or airborne animals. You also have to launch out of sticky situations or help a fellow javelin that has been downed and needs reviving. I really can't get enough of the flying. The flying alone might be able to save the game from its shortcomings. The hub world in Anthem is odd. It feels like an over-polished museum or library, and maybe it is because it was silent like a library. There were people all around, but there was no chatter. There was also no music playing in the background, and I was forced to walk at snail's pace. All I wanted to do was run. Please let me run. But the sound missing could have just been a glitch, one of many. Something that EA is going to have to fix before the game is released. For those gamers who really hate walking simulators, walking from one side of the hub to the other is going to drive you mad. And you'll have to walk around this hub in order to get missions from your guardians, or whatever they're called in this game. The character models look a bit odd, kinda like they're 1/3 of a person, or maybe because they border on being realistic. This guy here seems like he has stomach problems. Stomach problems but he also has an interesting story. Another shining spot in this demo. I slowly made my way to the bar while exploring the hub. He told me a story about a girl that lived across the hall that he liked. He asked for some advice, so I gave it to him. The next day I visit him again. He tells me that she wants him to receive a package to hold for her. I tell him not to worry about how shady it seems, and he should do it.
I was worried her friendliness and looks and dark, smoky eyes were affecting my decision-making.
They probably still are.
You are so right. They probably still are. Thanks for the advice. I'll let you know what happens.
You're welcome.
After I complete a mission, I return to him. He tells me how he received the package, and this happened.
Remember I told you about Karila and that package, and you said I should help her out and hold it for her?
Yeah?
Okay, so I got the package, and a little later, this guy shows up and pulls a knife on me. Tells me to sit down and starts tearing my place apart, looking for the package. I'm scared, so I sit there until he rips the bedspread my mom made for me. My blood starts boiling, so I rush him. He tries to stab me, but I just drop my shoulder and drill him. We both go down hard. I jump up to get the hell out of there, and that's when I realize he's not moving. He's not breathing, and his head is at a real weird angle. So now I got a dead guy and a package in my apartment, and I don't know what to do.
The Sentinels might think you're involved. Get rid of the bad guy. And that package.
Yeah, good thinking. I owe you big time.
Don't wait. Go now.
So I tell him he should cover it up, and he does. When I returned again, he was still chipper, and he let me know what happened.
Hey, you remember Karila and the package and how I accidentally killed that guy and you told me to get rid of the evidence?
Yeah?
So, I went back to my place, but I couldn't open the door knowing there was a dead guy inside. So you know what I did?
No idea.
Nothing. I just stood there, paralyzed. Then Karila showed up. When she saw the body, I think she felt bad because she said, "I feel bad, Amol. I'm gonna fix this." Then she told me to lock the door and wait. Before I knew it, she was back with two scary-looking people. Karila took me for a walk, and when we came back, the dead guy was gone, and my place was sparkling clean. Karila said, "I owe you, Amol." Then gives me the sweetest kiss of my entire life. I just hope she got her share of the ember.
The package was filled with ember?
It's crazy what people will do for ember, huh? But now she's gone. Her place is empty, and I have no idea where she is.
I don't know to what detail dialogue like this will continue, or if this was a one-off, but interactions like these will be helpful and welcoming to those who are looking for more of a story, someone who doesn't just want to fly from boss to boss. The writing can be funny at times, it's subtle, but it makes the NPCs come alive, and it gives them personality. But of course, it's still too early to tell how deep the story goes. But considering the lack of story Destiny had, I don't really see this as too big of a deal. Because, after all, Anthem is a looter shooter, and not a story-driven RPG. But that's not to say there'll be no customization. Customization seems to be Anthem's bread and butter, literally. In the demo, payable microtransactions are non-existent, but we know they'll be there in the final game. I was able to use coin I had to buy javelin pieces like chests, helmets, and special patterns. You can literally make your javelin look however you want. You can change primary and secondary colors for every part of your body. You can also change the material to give it a different look and feel. You can even change how battle-worn you want your javelin to look. Seeing how we can practically change any way we look, I wonder what kind of cosmetic microtransactions EA will be offering, and if they'll even be needed. Besides special armor pieces, I guess they can customize the look of weapons. I guess we'll see. So now that I played a small piece of this game, I think that may be enough for me. I don't really care for the story, and besides the flying, the rest seemed kinda meh, so I guess this game is not for me. But it doesn't mean it can't be for you. From what I played, Anthem seems kinda generic. Generic but fun, especially when you're flying. But once the main story is over, I don't see myself running through the same raids and repeating the missions over and over again, like I did when Destiny first launched. Yes, the world has caves and underwater caverns for exploring, but just like Destiny, the world feels empty. But my god, it's such a beautiful world. and flying through it is breathtaking at times. If Anthem had PvP, then that might give the extra push that this title needs. Being able to battle against human-controlled javelins and free roam would be insanely fun, but that is not this game. If you're looking for a Destiny replacement, then Anthem might be for you. You like repeating the same missions and stories over again? Then Anthem may be for you. To sum it up, don't fall for the hype. Don't pre-order the game. Wait for the public demo. In fact, if I were you, I'd wait a month after release to even consider picking this up. And one more thing, flying is really fun, and at least Anthem got that right. Have you played the Anthem demo? What are your thoughts on the game? Do you think it's deep enough to keep you coming back for more? Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and leave your comments below.